Welcome ESL to week 4 in the Supercars as we are getting ready to do some qualifying. In our first endurance race of the season, in the booth with me is Rhett.
Hey, thanks for having me. I'm excited to see one of the faster tracks on our schedule today or this season. So let's see how it works out for us.
I definitely expect some good racing as we'll be going 35 laps. We'll have 2 pit stops. And this is a very demanding track on drivers. What do you think is the most difficult part of this track?
Well, it comes down into a large chunk of the track here actually, because you gotta stay close and through all the S turns up top through 11 through 18 to get into a good spot to fly down into 20 and 21 and 22, because if you can do that and stay there and pull a draft, that's a good area to pass, but that's a really hard braking zone to go into as well.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of difficult parts in this track. As the 32 is rounding around the last few turns and getting ready to lay down his first lap. Sawyer is your points leader by 25. Juan Fangio is currently second in points, and Reside is third. Tom Creek fourth, Lotus Lee fifth. But I think this is a good day for some of these drivers in the lower part of the standings to try to gain some ground. The track's a little warm, 113 degrees, 7-mile-an-hour winds.
Yeah, it doesn't look like much cloud cover today, so it'll be
does,
tough on the tires.
Yeah, definitely. Will this track continue to warm up as we go? I know last week at Phillip Island, it was pretty cloudy, but this is totally the opposite today. As he goes around these S turns.
Yeah, there's one other big passing zone as well. You go from turns 1 into 2. Another spot where if you get a good run out of 1, you can make a pass into 2. The front stretch or the start finish line stretch is also a slight passing opportunity, but it's not as, you have to have a really good run on after 23. But so far we're going to be looking at the 2 big stretches for the big passing areas.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there. We'll see what is going to be this first lap time here. We could take a look at the RPMs and the speed as well. Right now on top of the leaderboard is Bryson, the number 15 from DOG.
New name on at the top there. Let's see if his time holds up.
Yeah, Human second, Tyler Rogalowski third, Rhett fourth, Richie O'Brien fifth. The time to be is 2 minutes 6 seconds, .869.
Bryson's previous best qualifying was actually 12th, and his best finish was 11th. This would be a big jump for him.
Yeah, can he win the pole today? I mean, we know DOG has a great oval program. Can they get their road program going as well? As he goes around turn 18 here, about to hit that straightaway. You can see that speed already at 150 miles an hour. 163.4. He's about to hit 170 here, heading into that turn. As he goes around this last turn, will his time hold up? And his time does hold up. Nobody changes positions. So
It's such a long lap here.
Bryson Holman is your pole winner in week 4. In second, Hume. Third, Tyler. Fourth, Rhett. Fifth, O'Brien. Sixth, Gonzalez. Seventh, Justin Chris. Eighth, Juan Fangio. Ninth, Caleb Houston. And rounding out your top 10 is the number 54, Dougie Zoom. Good showing for Sloth Racing as well. 2 cars in the top. 3 cars. All 3 of the cars in the top 10.
That's a good performance for them.
It
Showing they
definitely
got the
is.
right.
This should be a very interesting race. Will pit strategies, how will they play out? Because you know, some drivers might come in a little early. Some might try to stay out a little later. This is definitely very different from a sprint race. This is why this series is gonna be extremely tough, in my opinion, because of so many different types of races that are on the schedule.
I definitely agree with you.
You know,
Having 2 pit stops today is going to make a big difference.
yes, and you know, moving forward, you know, owners and drivers are gonna look at this race and be like, hey, where do I put my points moving forward? You know, because there's more of these races later on. You know, you might not want to focus on a specific attributes or but we'll see how this plays out. Congrats to Bryson for winning the pole. We'll be back in a few minutes for the start of the race. As we are getting ready to start this race at Mount Panorama, and here we go. 35 laps. Bryson with a good start. As you see everyone trying to battle for position. As Rhett Sawyer trying to move up into third. Tyler's there. Can he get by and take third? Man, the 32 got very close to that wall.
They're going to have to get themselves sorted out here. They don't want to go into the S's side by side.
Yeah, that's a tight squeeze there. The 13 holds him off. And now we're mainly single file here. And the top two have pulled away. Not by much. We'll see how this straightaway plays out here. They'll have so much speed going into turn 2021. As you can see, your leaders. It's Bryson. Right behind him is Hume. But Hume is all over the bumper of that 15. The old 15 versus the 15. Can Hume get by? Can he get enough momentum to get by Bryson? As we go a little further back, we see Juan Fangio is currently second in points. Justin Reside, not the start he wanted, 17th. Currently third in points. But we got plenty of races left to go. Everyone is a little content staying single file, but for how long? As we see Tyler, he has pulled away. Well, not really, but a few car lengths from the 32. As you see, Hume continues to try to find an opening to get by the leader. It's going to be interesting when these drivers decide to come onto pit road. You're looking at about 12 laps of fuel, give or take. But it looks like Tyler. Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. I was going to say something to look out for when we're talking about the pits. As we've seen in the past, if you get caught on the outside while you're in your pit window, you don't get to come in. That's disastrous.
Yes, and it's a long way around. You probably will run out of fuel. And it looks like Tyler's has caught up to the top two. has the fastest lap in the race so far. But there is no separation here in the top 10, really. So this is going to come down to, you know, who can stay consistent, put together some good laps, not make no mistakes on pit road.
Tyler's last lap was almost a full second faster than the top two.
So he is definitely moving now. Can he get by Hume and Bryson here? Tyler is currently 9th in the points. All these drivers are just waiting for the right opportunity to make a pass here.
Oh, saw a dive back in the back there.
And that was the number 1 of Caleb Houston. He's side by side Fangio. So drivers are starting to get impatient here.
It's the better runoff one here, going up the hill.
They're still side by side heading into 2.
If Houston can hold it, we saw earlier at the start of the race, the outside line eventually won out as long as he was able to hold it.
So, Dougie Zoom, he loses he's trying to hold on to that 10th. And Cordell Walker right there, he almost brushes the wall at 54, close. A lot of racing going on now. Lotus Lee trying to battle for position with Tyler Commander. Bryson still your leader by a few car lengths. Hume just cannot seem to get up to that. Well, he can get up to him, but it seems like he just cannot make the pass. As we're getting ready to complete 4 laps. But the top 9 have separated themselves from the 10th place car. That 9th car. Dougie Zoom is 10th. So now we're looking at two packs of cars. As Tyler's making a pass here for a second, trying to pass DJ Hume. And Rhett Sawyer's trying to pass Hume as well. Hume trying to hold on to 3rd here. They got Gonzalez back there too. And Rhett could not get by Hume, but he loses a spot to Gonzalez. Gonzalez took advantage of that situation there. can't make a mistake and open the door for someone. Now can Tyler get by Bryson? Tyler's definitely on the move here. He takes a look here. This might be a pass here for the lead.
That's one of the things we saw. We keep saying is sometimes trying to make a move ain't always the right spot because you open yourself up to get attacked from behind.
Yes, and everyone's so close together. And when you're like going up the hill, man, it gets tighter and tighter to make these passes. And if you brush the wall or anything happens, man, you can lose a few spots as well. But the top two have pulled away from the third place car. Can Tyler find an opening here to take the lead?
Hume's reeling him in just a little bit. He was about 1.6 seconds behind. I saw that he was almost 1 second back now.
It seems like Hume is a little faster at this part of the course.
Yeah, it seems like this is a part where he is good.
Right behind him is Gonzalez and Sawyer. But he is definitely closing in on the 13 there. I gotta give it to Bryson, man. He's been holding these guys off. Putting together a great race here.
I think like Hume, Bryson also does well up on the top of the mountain with all the S turns, and he pulls enough of a gap to keep Tyler from having enough of a run to come at him in the high speed areas.
We're about halfway through this first run here before pit stops. I think pit stops is going to shake things up. And Hume has caught up to the top two. Gonzalez is not far behind as well.
We are seeing a little separation from fifth, though.
Yeah. Brett has pulled away from O'Brien. Right behind O'Brien is Justin Chris, Juan Fangio, Caleb Houston, and Dougie Zoom. You see Gonzalez. Gonzalez up 3 positions. Is having a fine race so far. He is currently 13th in the standings.
Yeah, this would be a nice finish for him if he can keep this up.
Go around turn 22 and 23. Man, Man, everyone is packed in so tight here. One bad move could cost you a few positions. There goes the 13. The 15 is trying to break that draft. The 13 can just not get to the side of that 15. The 15 is strong at this part of the course here.
He always opens up just a little bit of a gap here and protects himself going downhill.
Yeah, the 15 doing a great job of not leaving anything open for the 13. And he gives himself that gap that you just mentioned going down the hill. And there goes the 13. He's trying to do everything he can. He just cannot get there.
Yep, just a little bit too much of a gap to make up going down there.
As we are getting very close to these pit stops. Let's go through your top 10. As Bryson is first, Tyler is second, Hume is third, Gonzalez in fourth, Sawyer in fifth, O'Brien 6th, Justin Chris 7th, Juan Fangio in 8th, Caleb Houston 9th, Dougie Zoom rounds out your top 10.
Choose to do here. You don't want to go in too early, but you also want to get some clean air, especially for a guy like Tyler who showed he can put it down when he has the space.
Yes, it's gonna be interesting. When does everyone decide to come in here? Plus, you're looking at about 12 laps of, fuel, roughly. It's a 35 lap race. So, if you come in too early, you might take a risk of running out of fuel. And there goes Tyler. Can he get to the side? Almost does. That was close. The 15 closed that door quick. But he had a shot at it.
Yeah, he keeps having a chance. It's just a little bit too much space there to make up.
And here comes Rhett trying to take fourth away from Gonzalez. As they're side by side crossing the start-finish line. Rhett in the inside. The 30 gets a little wide on the turn there. We'll see if that affects him. They're still side by side. The 30 does not want to give up that position. And he does not. But that could open up the door for the 40. Now he's trying to battle Rhett here for position. This is for 5th. He couldn't get past Rhett, but now Justin Chris takes advantage. And Juan Fangio. Man, crucial mistake by the 40. Lost 3 positions there.
That battle created a whole lot of chaos behind.
It definitely did. There's Tyler Grimes down at in 17th. Looks like he lost a position as well. Bryson's still your leader. When will he come in to pit? This has definitely created some separation when there was a few cars trying to battle here. You know, tires are wearing down. Nobody decides to come in yet. We have Gonzalez in 4th. He's all by himself there. That is Rhett Sawyer. Tyler having a difficult time getting by the 15. He just cannot. And now we have our first car on pit road. It's the 507.
That's very early.
So that is extremely early. So will we see our first wave of pit stops here? The top 4 have pulled away from the 5th place car.
Yeah, that move Rhett tried to pull on Tonto kind of hurt himself a little bit here.
Yes.
He didn't lose any spots, but he definitely lost time.
There's a 507 that comes out of pit road. Do these drivers come in this time around? Or who will try to stretch out the fuel?
Big decision here for the crew chiefs.
And here they come. Here come your leaders. Do they all follow? This might be a race off of pit road if everyone comes in, and it looks like everyone is coming in. And everyone is coming in. So it's going to be a race off of pit road. This could shake up a lot. As they all try to settle into their pit stalls. The one driver took a little longer there. I think that was the 40. There's only one car out on the track, and that's the 507. He came in 1 lap early. Who will come out of pit road first? And there goes Gonzalez in 2nd. Leapfrogs the 15. Bryson came out quick. Great stop for Bryson. Justin Chris had a great stop in 3rd. TJ Hume lost a position.
Yeah, big shake up there.
And look at Tyler. He lost a ton of positions in 6th. He was just battling for the lead. So Definitely a big shakeup here. Look at Adam Jones in the top 10. He's up 5 positions after that pit stop. Some drivers lost a ton of positions. Wow, look at Juan Fangio. He is in 21st.
Oh, that's a big drop.
Down 13 positions. That pit stop killed him. Man, that pit crew, just too many mistakes. That hurts.
Yeah, that has to be on the pit crew because he had gained a few positions there.
Yeah,
so he should have got into his stall pretty quickly.
He was doing well, man. That hurts because he's second in points right now. So he's going to have to try to gain some positions here before the end of this race because this definitely hurts right now. You want to have a good pit crew so these bad mistakes don't happen. But Bryson's still in control of this race.
Now we get to see what the times were.
DJ.
49 seconds for Tyler.
Let's look at Juan Fangio's time here. 54. Wow, 10 seconds slower than your leader on a pit stop.
That'll do it right there.
As he's trying to gain a spot back from Justin Reside here. They're side by side. And he cannot take that spot away. Let's go through your top 10 after that pit stop. As Bryson in first, and he has pulled away from Gonzalez. That's in second. Justin Chris with a good stop. He's in third. DJ Hume in fourth. Look at Dougie Zoom up to fifth. So he's putting together a great race. Had a good pit stop. Tyler in sixth. Brett Sawyer in seventh. Mitchie O'Brien in eighth. Walker having a good race in ninth. And Adam Jones, he had a great stop as well. He is in 10th. He rounds out your top 10. Caleb Houston is right behind him, and Lotus Lee moved up as well, currently in 12. Tyler Grims in 13, and he's up 5 positions, so he also had a good pit stop. Now the question is, are we going to get 2 more stops here, or is anyone going to try to stretch the fuel and try to make it to the end?
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like with that coming in at lap 11, there is a possibility of late stops on the last lap or 2.
Yeah, it's going to be a race off of pit road if they all come in at the same time. And Caleb Houston with the fastest lap in the race.
We got 5 drivers so far tied with as the biggest movers with Adam Jones, Dougie Zoom, I think it was Tyler Grims as well. all three of them up 5 spots.
I can't say enough about the 15, man. He's had put together a great race. I mean, we still got a little ways to go, but so far, man, he's been lightning fast. But it looks like that 30 is closing in.
Ever so slightly, he is, yeah.
And we cannot count out that 499. We know he's got some speed. Maybe he could gain some ground on these guys. As Justin Chris is currently 10th in points. So he's having a good day in the top 3. That's what you want to do. Stay consistent as much as you can. Because these types of races are the ones that are going to be tough. So if you could come out of here with a top 10, it was a good day for sure.
Yeah, especially because we see the big shakeup. Excuse me, where you got second in points. I believe is down in the 20s now. So it's a great time to try to move up.
There's Randy Pierce. He moved up a spot up to 14. There's Marco Swift. He's trying to battle for position here with Killmonger. Man, they got so close to that wall, man. Every time I think they're going to hit it.
I'm surprised they've held the side by side for this long.
Yes.
This is going to get really tight right here.
They're still going at it here, going into the turn. And someone hit that wall. Someone definitely brushed that wall. There's Tyler Commander and Killmonger. They're side by side. There's Juan Fangio, man. He is trying to recover from all those spots he lost during that last pit stop. I mean, he has the car to do it. Look at the 78. He dives into that inside, trying to make that pass on the 21.
Just threw it in there last second.
I mean, at this point, you have nothing to lose. You got to gain as many positions as you can. So we go back to your leaders there. Look at the top 3. Look at Justin Chris. He has caught up to the top 2.
The question is, can Tonto or Justin find a way around?
As we're halfway through this race, almost halfway through. But those top 3 have pulled away from that 4th place car. That 4th place car is almost 4 seconds back from the leader. Bryson holding these 2 off here.
Something he's been good at all race. One of them's gonna have to. probably send a dive in somewhere.
We're looking at probably another 5 laps before the second round of pit stops. Look at Chris trying to find an opening here. Can he get by Gonzalez? He takes a peek in there.
Tonto's going to have to find a way to stick closer to Bryson in the top of the mountain here and going back down it to really get a run on the straight, because otherwise Bryson is just dominating the top of this mountain.
Yeah,
he created enough of a gap.
He's definitely, man, he's so fast at this part of the course here. Every time you think you have a chance here, he's like, no way, once he hits this part of the course. At your 4th place car is DJ Hume. Right behind him is Dougie Zoom and Tyler. Tyler also had a mistake on pit road, lost a few positions. Right behind him is Rhett, O'Brien, Walker, and Jones. Tyler almost got there on the side of that 54.
Yeah, that was a dangerous spot to stick your nose in.
It was. And Lotus Lee makes a move. And he's going to get by the 1 here. The 1 is trying to hang tough. Can Lotus Lee make this pass here? Lotus Lee up 5 positions. They're still side by side. And the 1 takes advantage, regains the spot here.
It was a good push there by Caleb.
He is having a solid race, currently in 11th. Back to your leader, Bryson. But don't look now. DJ Hume has closed that gap from 4 seconds to almost 2 seconds. And there he is. And he definitely has some speed. He just had a little mishap on pit road. Yeah, it is he's 2 seconds away from your leader. He has closed that gap. He has cut that gap in half.
Is he going to be able to close it in time for the pit stop to give him a chance to race off pit road, though?
And here we have a battle for second. Justin Chris goes to the inside. He had an opening there for a second. Yeah, and to your point, man, pit stops are coming up, and coming up pretty fast here. That might shake things up again. But if you're going to make some moves, I think you have to try to make them now before the next round of pit stops. Man, this has been a great race. This track never disappoints.
drivers, as the race goes on, they're getting more comfortable. They're seeming to be much more willing to throw their noses on some of these turns.
And look at Hume. He's in that picture now. He continues to close into that top 3. He is driving the wheels off that car. Hume has closed in. Only a second and a half. He is the faster car right now, laying down some really good lap times.
Yep, Dougie Zoom behind him has to stay attached. He's getting pulled back into the battle for the top, but he's letting a gap for him.
Yeah, he definitely does. And there goes Justin Chris. Tries to send it once again. Just cannot get there. Cannot get to that side. But look now. DJ Hume is right there. And the leader goes into pit.
That's really early.
That is early. Bryson goes in. Everyone else stays out. I don't see anyone else coming in. So
well, he definitely has another stop coming.
So he's taking a gamble here. Now your leader is Gonzalez. Second is Justin Chris. Third is DJ Hume. I mean, your leader is going to be on fresh tires for at least one lap as well before anyone else. Does that make a difference? But I would prefer the fuel, because the fuel, you know, the fuel is closer as far as how many laps you're going to have left on fuel. I don't know. If it's me, I'd rather have that extra fuel, man. I would be too nervous.
Yeah, if you can, if Tonto or anyone else can extend this stint out to about 22 laps, or to lap 22, they set themselves up with a chance to try to make a run at the end, and I'd rather have the chance to run at the end than have to make another stop.
Correct. And there's the 15. He's out of pit road. We'll see how.
I was wondering if it was damage, because he came in. That's only like what, 7, 8 laps.
Yes. I don't know what his crew chief is thinking. If it is strategy, I'm not sure what's the thought process behind that move. But now it looks like the 507, he's on pit road as well. He's coming out of pit road.
Maybe everyone just took a little bit less fuel than was expected.
And here we go. Are these drivers going to come into pit road? Or do they stay out for another lap or two? And here they come. And it looks like someone is staying out, and that's the 13. Their 13 is staying out. So now crew chiefs are taking some gambles here. Will these gambles pay out, though? It's going to be a race off of pit road. We see the number 15, Bryson. He's in turn 21 and 22. Will he come out ahead of them, or will they have a fast enough pit stop? Bryson is rounding the last turn, 23. We're going to see him in the picture coming around the turn here. There he is. Will he come out and be your leader? Here comes Gonzalez. Here comes the 15. And the 15 passes the 30. And now the 15 is ahead.
Oh, Justin Chris had a really bad stop. He just fell off his third place spot.
There's Justin Chris behind Adam Jones, but Tyler stayed out. Randy Pierce stayed out. Tom Krieg. All these drivers still have to come in. Juan Fangio, he took a risk. He has nothing to lose. He was in the back of the pack there. That 13 is all by himself. There's no one even close to that 13. I'm thinking he has to come in this time around. No way he can stay out. He has to be on fumes. Has to be.
But I don't think this is enough for him to be able to stretch that last stop. He's probably going to be stopping on lap 34, 35.
Yeah, he's cutting it close.
I mean, he may just have to try to push it to the end and coast if he has to.
And he stays out for another lap. He is stretching this fuel. Does Pierce come in? And they don't come in as well. So these drivers, I mean, these crew chiefs are with that calculator. They think they have enough to go one more lap and try to stretch this fuel. Were they able to save some fuel during this run?
It's going to be close.
We see Tyler Commander out there, Juan Fangio, and Berto Demora. That's your last car that has not pitted yet. Currently in 6th until we cycle through here. Things are getting interesting here at Bathurst, that is for sure. This has been a great race. But once we cycle through that 15, it's going to be your leader. And Gonzalez is not too far behind, and DJ Hume is there as well. As Tyler hits the straight here.
I mean, they're going to have called this pit window right, because otherwise Bryson is only about 34 seconds behind the leader, so he's already caught 10 seconds with the fresh tires.
That just shows you the difference on these having fresh tires compared to old tires. And here comes the 13, and I think everyone else is going to follow that 13 that hasn't pitted yet. Now, when will the 13 come out? The 13, that last pit stop, he had a very bad stop, lost about 5 positions. So can he have a better stop this time around? As right now, Bryson is heading into turn 21 and 22. So we will see where the 13 comes out.
I'm looking at it. They only really did 10 laps on 10, maybe 11 laps after their first stop. So it's going to be close.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be close. And here comes Bryson out of that last turn. When will the 13 come out? Where will he come out on this field? The 13 still on pit road. It looks like he might lose some more spots than where he was at when he stayed out. And he comes out in 6th, basically where he was. But he might be 7th now, 40. That number 40 is challenging him. As they're side by side. And here comes Juan Fangio. He is currently 19th. He's gained like 2 spots. So that team is doing everything they can. But your leader right now is Bryson. Right behind him is Gonzalez. Gonzalez has laid the fastest lap down in this race. Now it's going to come down to the pit strategy. You know, did these pit strategies work out?
That fast lap by Conto, that's crazy fast. Everyone else is sitting about mid 206s. He at mid 205.
Mid 205s. Blazing fast. And he's looking to the inside of that 15. Almost got there. Man, it almost got to that side of that 15. And that 30 has one lap fresher tires than that 15. But yeah, he laid that time. I'm still looking at that lap time. It's extremely fast.
We have a new biggest mover so far, Lotus Lee, up 9 spots into the 7th spot after the second round of pits.
Lotus Lee on the move in 7th. Good race for him. He is 5th in points. Look at Walker in 4th. He's having a solid race as well. Up 7 positions. And there's your leader, the 15. This guy has been lights out all race. And there is DJ Hume, not too far behind. He is closing in to those top 2. You know, Bryson pitted that 1 lap earlier than these other 2 guys. That's going to be interesting as well. He pitted lap 20. Gonzalez and Hume pitted lap 21.
Yeah, it's going to come down to lap, pit strategies and see how it comes out at the end. But it's basically a 3-car race at this point.
It definitely is.
Because the last pit stop, it probably won't be anything long. If a crew chief decides to put anything more than a splash of fuel to make it to the end, they may be looking for a new job.
Yeah, it's definitely should be a splash and go, I think, here at the end. That 4th place car is 6 seconds back. So they have their work cut out for them. There's Rhett to the side of that 71. Can he make the pass? He gets a little wide on the turn, opens up the door for the 40.
Yeah, the outside of that turn is not where you want to be.
Ooh, that 40 looked like he touched that wall. That helped the 32 a little bit. That 32 holds position, but now Lotus Lee, he's trying to make another pass here. He makes the pass. And the 13 makes the pass as well. I think that 40's in trouble. I think he definitely hit that wall.
I agree. We saw that same thing happen earlier on in the race. The person got trapped on the outside and then dropped quite a few spots.
Yeah, it's tough to make that pass where he did. It's close quarters at that part of the track. If he suffered any damage, we'll see if he comes onto pit road.
Yeah, as long as it's nothing more than a little, little side swipe, he should be okay to maintain. Just cost him the momentum.
10 laps to go in this one. Justin Chris. Justin Chris is on pit road. He is on pit road pretty early, I want to say.
Yeah, that's an odd one.
So did something happen to that car that we didn't see? We'll see how long he's on pit road. That might be a scheduled stop. We will see. He is still on pit road. Oh, he's out of pit road, so that is a scheduled pit stop. You know, they
scheduled pit stop, but it wasn't a fast one. That's
no, it definitely wasn't. But maybe they're thinking, hey, if we pit early, we'll be on fresher tires for a few laps before these other drivers come in. Maybe we could gain some ground here. That might be the thought process of the crew chief here.
We'll have to wait and see how it plays out. I don't know about that one.
That was an interesting one, but we'll see.
You know, I guess if you're in the pack, you kind of got to make a call somewhere.
And Bryson still holding on to that lead. DJ Hume has caught up to these two, so it's just 3 cars right now racing for the win. As the laps continue to tick down. This is going to be an interesting finish here because so many drivers are on different strategies. Can the 30 get by the 15? Couldn't get there that time. But Hume is back there as well, just waiting for someone to make a mistake. Bryson is just so fast at this part of the track. I know we keep saying it, but man, it's just, he seems to pull away every time.
Yeah, he's been consistent, and it's pretty impressive to be able to dominate this part of the track and you know, hold off everyone else because of how well you're doing up here.
Let's do a rundown of your top 10. As Bryson is your leader. Gonzalez in second. DJ Hume in third. Cordell Walker in fourth, having a great race. Brett Sawyer fifth. As you see Dougie Zoom, he dives in for a position here, but couldn't make it happen. Lotus Lee currently in sixth. He has put together a great race. Tyler, he's been in the top 10 all day. Mitchie O'Brien in eighth. Dougie Zoom in ninth. And Adam Jones rounds out your top 10. Jones had a tough start to this race, but he made up some ground in the pits, and here he is. And right behind him is Caleb in 11th. And further in the pack is Tom Krieg. He's all by himself in 12th. And that is Tyler Grims and Randy Pierce. But they're all on different pit cycles here, pit strategies. But these top three, they have pulled away from everyone else.
Yeah, they've been the three most consistent drivers all day. Pit crews have also done a good job making sure they can stay in a fight here.
And here comes Bryson onto pit road. And this will be the last stop for him, but he needs to be in and out. Will anyone else follow the number 15? Which I doubt, because he was the first one in. But he cannot have a bad stop here. The average has been about 44, 45 seconds. And it looks like they're putting on tires. It is not a splash and go, so they know tires, how important tires are. We're at the 42-second mark, and he comes out 43 seconds. That's a good pit stop for the 15. Now he's going to have to deal with a little bit of traffic here. So that might slow him down. Gonzalez is your leader.
Well, if you're one of the other drivers, you have a chance. Just flash and go. It'll be a much shorter stop.
Does the 30 come in this time around here? Or do they want to stretch out the fuel here? We're going to have 6 laps to go next time by. Does he come in here? And they do. Him and Hume come in together. We'll see how fast these pit stops are compared to Bryson. He had 43 seconds. And Bryson is currently about to hit turn 20 here. And here comes Walker, Sawyer, Caleb, Lee, O'Brien, and and the 15 is on the straightaway. Here comes Gonzalez. And that 15 lost a ton of ground. There he is. Those cars really slowed down to 15.
That opened up the door for Tonto.
It definitely
stuck
did.
in traffic on the long stop.
Yeah, you're 100% right. He came out at a bad time out of that pit stop. Right now, Tyler, he is your leader. Now, when will he come in? And how does how does it play out for the drivers that pitted late? Can they make it outfield? Can they stretch it? Because if they can, man, they had a great strategy if they could make it to the end.
Yeah, it's gonna be tight here.
It definitely is. As they go
I think
around. Yeah, go ahead.
We've been looking about 10, maybe 11 laps for pitting on lap 23. That's a lot of fuel saving you're gonna have to do there.
So the 13 decides to stay out for another lap. Right behind him is Dougie Zoom and Adam Jones. Dougie Zoom. Can he get out? Can he get to the side of the 13 there? The 13 breaking that draft.
I don't think the people who pit on lap 21 are going to be able to make it the distance here. I think the questions are all the drivers on 23 if they have enough.
Yes, it's going to be close. If those drivers on 23 laps there could make it, man, it's going to be a big, not an upset, but man, they just planned it out right. Those crew chiefs just had the perfect strategies. And right now, Tom Krieg, he's pitted on lap 23, currently running 4th. You also have Randy Pierce, Tyler Commander, and how about that, Juan Fangio. So imagine if these drivers can stretch the fuel. And Berto DeMoro is the other one. But right now, Tyler is your leader. When does that 13 come in? He has created some distance from that 54. As they go around lap 22 and around 23. I mean, turn 22 and 23. And here comes Dougie Zoom, and the 13 stays out. He comes onto pit road, and here we go. So they definitely knew they cannot stretch it. So that 13, no way he could make the distance. Now, when will a 54 and a 48, how fast could they make this pit stop? They cannot have a bad stop here. And there's Tyler Grims. He's on pit road. There's a few others back there. I think that's Reside, if I'm not mistaken, back there. And here comes the 48. And Zoom here. And they're off from pit road. Ahead of Bryson. Bryson has lost so many positions. When he came out of that third stop, man, that really killed him. That really messed up his day. He came out in front of slower cars, and that was it for him. That's unfortunate because that 15 was so fast.
Yeah, I agree. I think the call to make it a long stop, early stop, was a bad idea.
Yeah, he just got caught up, and that ruined his day. He's currently running 9th after being your leader like all day pretty much. Now, when does the 13 come in onto pit road? Not many more laps to go. 4 laps will be 3 laps next time by. When does that 13 come in? And he does not come in. He stays out for another lap. I don't think he can hang for another 3 laps here.
Yeah, I don't know. It'll be really tight. I think he's
Yeah.
gonna have to pit on 34. If he does try to go for 35, you're probably coasting downhill and hoping you got enough speed to make it through the turns.
Yeah, it's gonna be, man. Hopefully these crew chiefs have calculated these laps correctly. Right now, Randy Pierce is in second. But these guys might be able to make the distance here, man. It's gonna be close. And if they can, they're gonna win this race. Randy Pierce might get his first win. That would be something. That would be something if Randy Pierce can pull this off. It's not always about how fast you are. That is for sure.
Especially not on endurance races. It's more about how you handle the distance.
Exactly, yes. When does the 13 come onto pit road? I mean, if he puts together a good pit stop here, he might come out looking pretty good.
Yeah, you definitely can't take tires at this point. It's just got to be fuel.
It has to be fuel. Splash and go, in and out. And here he comes.
Yep.
He has to put together a good pit stop. Randy Pierce is already just went around turn 22. So he's definitely going to pass him. He's going to pass the 13. But Tyler needs a good stop here either way.
Well, the whole top 4 probably needs to come in here.
And here comes Pierce. Pierce comes in, so those guys cannot make it. Will anyone try to risk it here? Here comes Gonzalez.
Got to get out now.
And here comes a 13. He gets out off pit road. He's going to come out in third. Everyone else decided to pit. They had no choice. Now Gonzalez is your lead with 2 laps to go. Fangio is on pit road. Tyler Commander on pit road. Hume is all over that 30. Hume has had his up and downs today. He lost a few positions, but he has gained them back, and here he is trying to battle for the lead. Tyler's a little further back than these guys, but Tyler's on fresher tires, but I don't think he has enough to get them.
I don't think he took tires. That was a really fast pit stop. I think it literally was just fuel.
I didn't see his time, but you're probably right.
Because he was only about 25 seconds ahead of the group of cars that hadn't pit yet.
Yeah, he definitely didn't take tires then. Unless he took 2 tires, but
good.
It's possible. There goes Hume. He's trying to find that opening. Can he get to the side of the 30? The 30 closes the door. We go around turn 22. This is the last turn of the course. And that white flag is waving. Last lap here in week 4. It's been a great one. What type of finish will we get? Can Hume get by that number 30? Look at that 13.
2 shots.
That 13 has caught up to these 2 as well. Can Hume get to the side? Can't get to him there. It's a 3-car race. The 13 has made up that ground. As we continue to go up the hill.
DJ needs to send it here as hard as he can to create his little space between him and Tonto.
Man, you could throw a blanket over these three. That's how tight they are. This is probably going to be Hume's last chance here to try to make this pass. Can Sloth Racing get into victory lane? And he separated himself from Hume. Not enough momentum for the 015 there. He definitely lost a few. Faded slightly going down the hill. As we go around the last turn. And it's going to be Tonto Gonzalez wins at Mount Panorama with week 4. In second, DJ Hume. Third, Tyler. Fourth, Dougie Zoom. Fifth, Adam Jones. Sixth, Bryson. Seventh, Rhett. Eighth, Cordell Walker. Ninth, Lotus Lee. And 10th, Tom Krieg. Good finish for the 77 as well. He bounced back. But that number 30 stole the show. And this might be more things to come for this team. This was definitely a great race. What are your takeaways from this race?
It was a good race. You know, a lot of what we thought was going to be the deciding factor was here is the crew chiefs really had to earn their keep here.
Yeah, there was so many different pit strategies in this race. And unfortunately for that 15, Bryson, man, he was so dominant. He was seriously dominant. He should have won this race. He just came out of pit road at a bad time. And those cars ahead of him really slowed him down.
Yeah, you know, a race that we thought was going to be a 2-stop race ended up being a 3-stop. Yeah, he chose his chief chose the wrong time to get him in.
Yeah, he came in a few laps too early, and it just hurt him in the long run. The 13 goes zooming by the 30. Is the 30 out of gas? I think the 30's out of gas here, maybe. Maybe not, but he's slowing down like he is.
Yeah, that looks like a coast to me.
Yeah. I think he really is out of gas here. He is out of gas for sure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow. He pitted on lap 30 out of gas here.
They cut it really close.
That means that was definitely a splash and go on that last pit stop. And they put in just enough to win this race. That shows you how close some of these cars were on fuel. That he can't even make it back to pit road. But this was definitely one heck of a race. They're gonna push him onto pit road, basically. I'm sure he doesn't care. He's
Not at all.
on his way to victory lane, and to win here at this track, it's definitely something because this is one of the most difficult tracks on the circuit here. Yeah, they're definitely pushing him all the way. Look at Rhett Sawyer ran out of gas. He couldn't make it to his pit stall. That just shows you. Look at him. He's struggling with that wheel. He can't move that car no more. You're stuck there. But it just shows you, like, when we say splash and go, that really is a splash and go. These guys
Yeah, literally.
they're putting in the bare minimum just to get it back out on the track here. And that bare minimum could be a second or two, and that could what could lead you into victory. So all these moves they make on pit road are crucial, but it's been such a great one here today. And we go to another fast track. Is it Sebring for next week? Um,
Let me double check here. I got it right here.
and I think that's on once.
Sebring it is.
Yes, and that's another great track, another fast track. That's a one stop race. It's gonna be a regular race, and man, I look forward to that. And that's a night race, if I'm not mistaken. Um, so that should be fun. We're gonna have some night racing with the supercars on a very fast track. So I'm looking forward to that next week. And tomorrow we get back at it with the Clio and the 1987 NASCAR cars at Bristol. So that should be fun. Like always, thank you for supporting the league and supporting the stream. I will see you guys next time.